Hello there! If you're new here, I'm Miriam and this is my gaming perspective. Most of you might probably know that on the 4th of June there was going to be a PS5 reveal. But since there's a lot going on right now, Sony made a good decision in postponing it. So we'll have to wait a little bit more to see how the PlayStation 5 looks like. But don't worry, it's not the end of the world, even though it might look like it, because my god. 2020, it's been a disastrous year. I think that the world just decided to explode on us. But since the PS5 is almost around the corner, a lot of people might be wondering whether it would be a good idea to buy the PS4 before they buy the PS5, or if they should save a little bit of money in order to buy the PS5 instead of wasting that money on the PS4. That's what we are going to talk about in this video. Whether I think, this is my opinion, mine and mine alone, whether the PS4, the Pro specifically, is worth buying right now before the PS5 releases. First of all, let's get this out of the way. If you have the money, if you have the amount of money that the PS5 will probably cost, then buy that one. Buy it, because, if you have the money, go ahead, go on, the PS5. Sure, why not? But if you don't, then you might want to consider buying the PS4 or the PS4 Pro. If you want a cheaper version, then of course you would want to get the PS4 Slim. But if you want one that it's a little bit better and works a little bit better, then go get the PS4 Pro. So talking about money, the PS4 of course is cheaper. It's a cheaper system. And needless to say that when the PS5 releases, the price of the PS4 is going to drop even lower. So if right now you can get a PS4 Slim for $200, maybe when the PS5 releases, you will be able to get one for $150 maybe. And the PS4 Pro will also drop. And instead of spending maybe $300, you will be able to spend $250 or something like that. Which is nice. I think everyone dislikes spending money. So if you get to save a little bit, then that's a plus. Another reason why you might want to buy the PS4 is because it allows you to play games right now, and you don't have to wait for the release of the PS5 in order to play the games you want to play. We definitely know that the PS5 is going to release in holiday 2020 if everything goes well. So you still have a lot of months to go. You have I don't know, maybe 4-5 months. So if you're not really a patient person, then you should consider getting the PS4. And if you have the money, of course. All of this is if you have the money. If you don't have the money, then you might not want to buy any of those systems because they're clearly not cheap. Another reason why it doesn't really matter whether you buy the PS4 or whether you buy the PS5 is that, if you want just a console for playing and you don't really care about the quality of the graphics or how fast it works or stuff like that, if you want it just for the games, it doesn't really matter whether you buy the PS5 or the PS4. Why? Well, right now, because when the PS5 releases, most of the games are going to release on the PS4 too. So games like Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, and a lot of those games are also going to release on the PS4. So if you get the PS5, it's true that you might get better quality, like better graphics and better resolutions and all that. But if you only want to play the games and you don't really care about that, then you might as well get the PS4 because you're saving a lot of money, and you're going to be able to play the games that you want to play. Another reason why you might want to buy the PS4, it's because the exclusives released for the PS5 might not attract you yet. And in this, I'm talking about my experience. You know, the PS4 released in 2013. And I didn't buy the PS4 until 2 years ago, which was the first time when I really started seeing games I wanted to play. So the PS4 already has a really huge amount of games you can play. But the PS5, of course, it hasn't come out yet, but on its first year of release, it's not going to have many games on its system. And most of those games are going to be on the PS4 too. So you might also want to buy the PS4 Pro or the PS4 Slim because it's an already updated system. It works almost perfectly. Yes, it has its faults, but it works almost perfectly. And I believe that the first year in the life of a console is where kinks have to be worked out. Of course, these kinks are going to be fixed with updates, and warranties will cover anything that happens to your console. But this will not happen if you buy the PS4. I mean, it's a really good system right now, it works really well, and you wouldn't really have problems with it. But the PS5 being a new system, well, you don't really know if something's going to happen or not, but usually there are kinks that need to be worked out. Now, if you are the kind of gamer that wants to get the PS4 just for the virtual reality, because you want to play games in virtual reality, you should definitely buy the PS4. Because the PS5, we don't know when it's going to get its virtual reality system. We don't really know. It might not be until 2 years after its release. Look at the PS4. When did virtual reality release for the PS4? It was not on its first year of life. It was later on that it was added. So I think that it's safe to say that in the PS5 it's going to happen the same thing. So if you want to play virtual reality games, then you should definitely get the PS4 because that's where you're going to have virtual reality. Now, let's talk about the reasons why I think you should probably wait and get a PS5. Only, and I cannot stress this enough, only if you have the money to buy it. If you don't, get the PS4. If you don't have the money for the PS5, get the PS4. If you already have the PS4, buy the PS5. But if you don't have the PS4 or the PS5, of course, no one has the PS5 right now, but okay. If you don't have the PS4, if you don't have any of these consoles, then you might want to consider getting the PS4. But let's talk about why I think you should wait and save money in order to get the PS5. First of all, because as I have been saying throughout this video, the PS5 is going to have better graphics, better resolutions. Your games are going to look incredible. At least I want to think that they are going to look incredible, because if they are not going to look incredible, that's going to be rubbish. But I want to believe that the games are going to look completely amazing and they are going to bedazzle us with their beauty. I mean, I hope all of you saw the Unreal Engine 5 tech demo. And even though it's a tech demo, if truly all of the games in the PS5 look like that, that is going to be incredible. Incredible. Truly. So yeah, you might want to consider buying the PS5 just because of its graphics, how it's going to work, and all of that. Another reason why you might want to buy the PS5, it's because it's going to have backwards compatibility. And if it does, then you're going to be able to play all the PS4 games that have ever been released on the PS5. So if you want to play the games, but you care more about the graphics and the resolution and how the games are going to look like, then you might as well buy the PS5. It makes sense, because you're going to be able to play the same games in one system or the other, with more games added to the PS5. Of course, you're going to have more games because it is a new system and more games are going to be released for it. So you might want to consider buying the PS5. And that's basically it. In my opinion, I think that if you don't have any consoles right now, if you don't have the PS4 or if you don't have the PS4, you definitely should buy it. But if you're not impatient and if you have the money and if you want better graphics, better resolutions, a more powerful machine, then you definitely should wait until holiday 2020 and buy the PS5. Because if you have the money, go for it. Go for it. Just go for it, straight ahead, buy it, and then play to your heart's content. So those are the main reasons why I think you should buy the PS4 Pro or the PS4 Slim if you want to buy a cheaper version of it, or whether you should buy the PS5. Mind you, I have more reasons in favor of buying the PS4 rather than buying the PS5, because for now, I think that buying the PS4 is more worth it than waiting for the PS5. But this is my opinion and no one else's. So I let you decide whether you should buy it or not. I mean, it's your money, not mine. So I cannot do anything about that. If you end up buying one or deciding on buying the other, leave a comment down below telling me what your final decision is. And if you guys have liked this video, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos in the future. I'll see you in the next video.